Should we take our clothes off now?
Yeah, no, just so you get the gangbang. All right. Oh, cheers. Cheers, boys, anyway. Cheers.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Schleunter.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for
Appreciate you having
having
us.
me.
All right. Yeah, no, you were saying because last time we chatted at the what's the base? Hotter.
Yeah.
The Hotter, and you were trying to explain like the TikTok algorithms and that, and how I can't pick it. You know, like consistently trying to post, but I've only had one kind of take off, where it's only got like 15,000 views. The rest have all just been 300, 200.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I definitely.
You got
like,
one that went like 100 and something thousand.
I'm like a beginner at it. Yeah, one that went like 400 and something thousand, but
Fuck.
it connected with Aboriginal people. So like it was a story. You probably heard me tell it on stage. It's like a story about door knocking in Moree, and it just went bananas. And on Instagram, it went good as well. But then, so I'm just trying to figure out the algorithm, but like it's all about the hook, right? So like the first three, because you can do comedy bits, stories, but it's like a different way of doing it on stage. Because on stage, you can just do setup and then punchline. Whereas on TikTok, you got to give the premise in the first 3 seconds, so they can decide. Because I was literally at home one night and I was like high, and I was thinking, oh yeah, because it's like everyone's just scrolling, and then your job is to try and like sell them. It's like you're doing a sales pitch, and you're like, hey, watch my video, stop scrolling. So you got 3 seconds to do that, and then you've got to tell the story and then deliver something at the end, a punchline or a bit of information.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying it. It's fun.
Yeah, you're pretty good with it. You don't post too much.
Do you post on TikTok?
No.
And not
I'm
even
not
Instagram,
on,
really?
I'm not on TikTok at all. I've got a couple of clips on Instagram, but not. I should be a lot more consistent with it, but no. Like I really only post gigs on there.
Yeah.
I'm just learning, but I've noticed like with TikTok, if you get one that goes well, and then you post on Instagram, it'll go well on Instagram. Whereas, because it's harder on Instagram, right? So I've noticed if something goes well on TikTok, then put it on Instagram, sometimes it flops.
Yeah.
But then if you look at the guys that are doing well, like only a tiny percentage of their ones go well too. So if you think of it like as a month, I've started looking at it on a monthly basis. And if you post them every month, out of 20 or 30 posts, you get one that goes well, and then that boosts your followers. And then same as like open mic, try joke, ooh, banger. It's like that. So I'm just treating it like open mic.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a good way to kind of...
I posted all this week, and like Monday was shit, Tuesday was shit, and then like last night, one that just fucking went like 40,000 views and like 1,500 likes, and then you go a few shit ones. Whereas it like it's easy to just go, oh, I'll be cringe every time I post. I cringe. Do you get that? Like I'll be so cringe so bad, and you want to not post ever again. But if you just keep posting, just pretend it's like open mic, it seems to work.
Yeah. It's like
suppose-
consistency with it. You go.
I was gonna say, I suppose it's like as well, like that one that does well lifts the floor of the others as well.
Yeah.
So the ones that go
They
bad
sometimes
don't go as
triple.
bad each time.
Yeah.
I suppose it builds it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been enjoying playing with it, but like, it's just tiring, isn't it? Like the social media thing. Like I find I'm a really addicted personality. It's like so I don't scroll at all, but I'm just kind of obsessed with like posting and seeing what's working, and then watching other people that are doing similar things, and then all of a sudden the whole night's gone.
Yeah.
I haven't written anything.
Yeah. I find this is consuming where like when I get it, I've got to edit it all and link it all up and then snip all the posts and try and go through and try and find bits that you want to post that are going to be kind of relative and funny.
Yeah.
But the only ones that the two that did all right was trying to see what it is, like you said, with the Aboriginal stuff that took off.
Yeah.
Mine was tattoos. It was like joking about tattoos and they took off. Where
It's
people were
relatable.
people were like commenting on it and
Yeah.
everything, trying to just like write each other off about numbing cream and shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, right. Like I don't really have that much fucking tattoos. You got to sit here and keep bringing up like your tattoos.
I've got 2 tattoos and I regret both of them deeply.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What do you got?
So I've got a Bible verse on my chest.
What's the Bible? Are you going to read it out for us?
So it's Romans 1:16.
Okay.
So for I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of salvation for all men, first for the Jew, then for the Gentile.
Yeah.
Got that in the 18 months I was a preacher at my church in
Were you
Gympie.
really?
Were
Yeah.
you really?
In
Yeah.
Gympie?
I was a
Fuck, this is to cut
And
you
he's-
off. This is what I wanted to do is you two lads. Like for reference, I do comedy with these two guys, and it's just you just don't really get that much of a backstory with people.
Because we've never really hung out properly.
No,
Just like,
no,
you had a quick chat, like.
Yeah.
Oh, how are they tonight? That sort of thing.
Yeah. You're
yes.
still touching children, things like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Like things that
yeah,
you're doing.
and that you can just assume
Still
that's
in
his
the
family.
Yeah. I mean, when I see
was
the
in
hair,
the church. Yeah.
I see the hair, I'm like, he still is.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, if I ever shave my head, I've gone straight edge.
Yeah.
You've never talked about that on stage, have you?
Once it slipped out at Hoda. Actually,
What slipped out?
That I was a preacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because someone told me that I needed Jesus. And I
Really?
was like, I've tried. It
Been
wasn't
there.
for me.
Yeah, I worked with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He was my boss for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I was like 18, I got into the church back home, and I could talk, which wasn't something that many people there could do. So they had me up there, and I used to preach about once a month.
Really?
On a
Wow.
Sunday, yeah.
So how was your
How old were
entry?
you there?
18 to like 19, and then I fell out of it.
Were you
when I was
raised
19.
religious?
Not at all. No, my family's not religious at all.
How did you get into it?
I went to a Christian school, so I because it was a better school.
Yeah.
So I went there and sort of may or may not have been dragged into it by a girl I was into, and then
Really? Was
Sort
she
of.
religious?
I'm
She
seeing a
was.
pattern here.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah.
No,
It's all about getting girls, and even if you see a guy doing handstands on the beach, you're like, he just wants to
Yeah.
bang a hippie. And
yeah,
that's what-
exactly. That's why
yeah.
you get into anything.
Yeah.
One girl told me I had a nice mullet, and it's lived on my head ever since.
Love it.
But yeah, no. So that was me. So I got that one, and then I've got a tattoo on my ankle, which is a matching tattoo with my ex and her sister.
Really?
Yeah. So,
You, her, and her sister have the same tattoo. What is the tattoo?
You got-
so it's just the number 500.
Number 500.
Yeah. So
You got to hear the story behind it, but it's rough.
Yeah.
It's a rough.
Give
It's
us
a
a-
rough ride.
All right.
We're into it now.
So I
From preacher to threesome.
Exactly. So in 2023, I went backpacking in Europe for 6 months with my partner, and her sister lived over there. And so we did a hike in Portugal called the Rota Vincentina, which is like 11-day, 220-kilometer hike through like the dunes of Portugal along the southern tip there. And so just every night we were playing the card game 500.
Right.
And we didn't really have anything else to remember the trip by, so we got matching tattoos.
Well, that's a kind of a cool story.
No, it gets worse.
Oh, does it?
It gets worse.
go.
There's a pivot point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the trip didn't end well for me.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Are we getting into that part?
I feel
Yes.
like he's leading me towards
Yeah,
it.
he's got it now. We're
We
here
got it.
now.
They're waiting for it now. Just
yeah.
like me.
Then we'll cut it after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my partner and I, because she is a German citizen, so she has the passport, so she didn't have to worry about like visa or anything,
Yeah.
whereas I did. So I spent a fair bit of time in the UK while she was in Germany with her family, and so we met. We met in the south of Spain to get ready for this hike, and so when I was in London, the day I was flying down to meet them, they'd already flown down to Spain. I went to a jeweler, and I bought a ring because I was going to propose on this hike.
Yeah.
And then that night, she'd had a fair bit to drink with these people she met at the hostel. And the same day that I bought that ring, she told me that she wasn't coming home from the trip.
Oh.
And that we were splitting up.
Oh.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. Funnily enough, got the tattoo after I found that out.
Did you really?
I was in denial pretty heavy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that tattoo is your own punishment.
Yeah,
From God.
exactly.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
wild.
I
But
abandoned-
there's how the rest of it about what you did with the ring. That's the bit that's like that breaks my heart.
Oh, you threw it away, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
so-
But never told her.
No, so the
Until
first
like a year later?
Yeah, so the first couple of days of the hike were pretty rough. So we were just like,
Can you imagine?
like they were pretty. The hardest days were where you started because we did it in reverse for some reason.
Yeah.
And so first couple of days we're like, you know what? Why don't we just pop our headphones in? We'll head down. We'll meet at the stopping points.
Yeah.
So I was
When you say we, you're with...
me,
Her and her sister.
Is this
my
after
friend.
the breakup?
So she told me that. So basically, she let me know 3 months into a 6 month trip that she wasn't coming home at the end
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
And so for some reason we decided we were just going to do the rest of the trip together still.
Yeah, right.
Well,
yeah.
what are you meant to do? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What else
Yeah.
do you do? But yeah, so then first couple of days I'm like hiking well out ahead of those guys.
Yeah.
And it was not in a great way. We'd been together like 5 years at this point, so I was
Yeah.
pretty heartbroken.
Yeah.
And really, having the ring on me, we were the sort of like, we had the sort of relationship where like if she wanted like a t-shirt or something, she'd just go into my bag, didn't need to ask anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was at this point petrified about finding it.
Yeah.
And so I was also pretty upset having it. So one day while I was out in front, pegged it straight into the ocean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which, looking back, probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Probably should have got my money back.
Yeah.
yeah. You could have.
These things happen.
It might be still there.
Maybe. I'll need to go back.
We could do a second version of this podcast.
We find
From
it.
Portugal.
We all
Yeah,
fly there
yeah,
together.
Yeah.
And do a
High
Facebook Live.
scuba gear.
Yeah.
Going to the
And go
ocean.
and
Yeah.
find it, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd be about it.
And then we all get
Yeah,
matching
I'm guessing
tattoos.
we're paying for the fucking trip.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a
To be fair, you bring
podcast
up
trip, you know.
my personal things
Yeah,
on your
exactly.
podcast.
You want to
unless could
traumatize me
fucking pay
for your profit.
Yeah, just funny.
gotta get
Is this
some
funny?
Yeah.
What a wild story.
Yeah.
Have you
brutal.
got a horrible one? Have you
What?
done anything super embarrassing like that? Not embarrassing, sorry. Had your heart broken?
No, it's, call it what you want, Alex. It's fine. I'm
you're
all
a
good.
Fuck it. I've been engaged once.
Have
but
you?
but it's not really an embarrassing story though. Like,
Wait, did
but
you say
it is a
engaged
wild.
or
It is a
gay?
wild story.
Gay,
What?
gay. He said
Did you say
gay.
engaged or gay?
Yeah, engaged. Haven't been gay yet.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's see how this pod goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
How
it was,
old were you then?
it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 43?
What?
About 43 then?
About 43, yeah. What age are you guys, by the way?
I'm 27.
27? I'm 27. And you're like
33.
33, and I'm like 78.
Yeah. No, what are you?
I'm
36?
39. I'm 40 like next year.
Yeah.
And all these things start going into your head like.
They reckon men, but
it's
that's the
over,
peak
give
of
up.
their,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
their age is 40.
Yeah, like I feel like I like somebody getting going, but also then like trying things like comedy that you're like, like, because you know when you're pursuing comedy, you're not pursuing like money as much because you're spending so much time in comedy, and you start to feel like mates are getting ahead of you like financially and stuff. That's what I feel
Well, I
like.
see him and like I always look at him as like a young lad that's super driven and keen with it. It doesn't have things trying. Like,
Yeah.
I say it like a negative. I love my daughter, but you know, being a 50-50 dad,
Yeah.
where he's just got the freedom to just hunt.
Yeah.
You just watching like gig after gig. You're like fuck
Yeah.
man, like
Yeah.
And that's the secret. You just have no one that loves you. And you have all this free
trick is-
time to pour that trauma into audiences.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. And into the writing, because
no,
it's
and I
not, it's
get
no good
love
writing
from
story.
my daughter.
Yeah.
So it's like a
You got to get the love somewhere.
yeah. All right, I fucked myself with him.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but you do look at it, but you're like, fuck, you know, how long do you keep going with it? And I
But
don't know.
I'll have moments where I'm like, you know what, like the last couple of weeks I was just like, you know what am I going to like look back on as I'm 90? Like, I can't give up because there's nothing worse than having regrets, right?
Oh, getting to your 60s and being like, I was gonna do it. But
That'd be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
So I've just decided I'm going to have a fucking proper crack.
Good crack at it.
Going to try something.
Well, how many years are we all in? What do you? I know you did a
5.
little bit and left, but didn't you?
Didn't really leave.
Oh,
it just
COVID
like,
or something,
Yeah,
didn't you?
like so. Well, I only did one gig and then COVID started.
Oh, okay.
So I started
you
after
did
COVID.
yeah. So what's that been 5 years now? You've been doing that around
Yeah,
that.
that and a bit. Yeah.
And you 2.5?
Just gone 2.
Just gone 2.
Yeah.
No, I did my first gig. You had a break. He had a
Yeah,
break.
so
yeah.
Yes, sorry,
So
you did
when
a
I-
couple, 2 or 3, didn't you?
Yeah, so when I in 2020 I just did like Raw just as
Yeah.
like a just to
Have a
try
crack,
it.
yeah.
And then made the state final, not important.
Because that was my first gig when we were together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Right. Yeah, right.
and then I met Dalton, who was the booker for Based. And so I did like one gig every 6 months with them
Yeah.
for a couple of years there just as like a hobby. And then when I came back from Europe, I was like, fuck it, I might as well give this an actual crack.
Yeah.
And so it's been 2 years since I've been like properly
Yeah.
Yeah.
going at it.
Yeah. Been doing a fair few gigs lately.
Been trying to,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only been. I wasn't that far behind you. I think it's probably been just. Hasn't been 2 years, but it wouldn't be too far off. But that's actually from my first gig where they were doing those babyface gigs at Guilt Free.
Is that where your first gig was?
Yeah, Guilt Free were doing Babyface Fridays where you'd get a 5-minute set and it was or just people doing it for the first or second time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I did 2 with them, but they were like, I did one and then I think it was 2 months later I did another one.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, so because they're just like, they're all shit. Just give them a laugh. So
Yeah.
it made it so easy to have a crack at that.
Is there many people still around that you did those like baby-faced?
There was a few. This is going to sound really mean, but I'm terrible at fucking names.
That is mean. Oh my god.
Yeah. What's that? He's a transgender bloke, girl to a boy.
Brushwell, Daniel Brushwell.
Yes, and he does all right at the moment. I think he's doing pretty well.
I think he just did his first solo hour.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I think he's got a big following online. I think he
Does he?
Did I see? He was in a news article this week. I think was he?
Oh, was
Is that guy? There was a news article about like
He's a young lad.
in the Guardian. Oh,
He's really.
No, he put something out the other day about being like 38.
Maybe I
Yeah.
got it fucking wrong then.
There was,
I don't know.
there was a
but it's
news
something
article
like that.
about a person that I'd met in Brisbane that I thought you were talking about, and they were doing a show in
He's up
Melbourne,
in
and the
Brisbane.
show was about something queer. It was like having an
Square.
extra hole or
Is
something.
it square peg extra hole?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's Daniel's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Maybe-
they just,
It's in
they
the
just did a 2-night run of it up here
Right.
at Queer Arts Festival.
Yeah.
And is he sorry, I was gonna say, is he a girl that's transitioned to a guy?
Yeah.
So transition to a
Yeah,
to
okay,
a-
so I think that's what I'm talking about. I
Hmm.
think, or maybe he did a few gigs before then. I don't know.
Hmm.
I just remember him being there, and then actually, fuck. Now you say that, a few have faded off. There was a few that I was seeing faces pop up, but now
Hmm. Yeah.
thinking of it, there is a few that have faded away from it.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Like, is there a few characters still kicking about, or majority have dipped, or?
Yeah, there's a few like I started at a similar time as like Mitch Donaldson, Matt Juricic, those sort of guys. They're still kicking. They're still doing really well. So yeah, like those guys. Alex Main, who's moved back down to Melbourne.
He seems to be comedy's his life kind of thing. He's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. So I
persistent with
think he runs rooms and that sort of thing. I think is his. I think he's fully in comedy as far as I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like I've ever really been fully in a clique, like, because there was a few people that started when I started, but because I was living on the Gold Coast, there was never really a crew around the Gold Coast. So I've always kind of felt like a little bit like an outcast in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's why I've kind of been tossing up with whether I do go to a city like Melbourne or Sydney. But then at the same time, they're all doing open mics to like 2 or 3 people as well. And now there's a few gigs in Brisbane, there's a few here. I'm just kind of trying to figure out the online
Yeah.
thing and then trying to figure out a bit of corporate stuff, because there's a lot of that in the Gold Coast. Like
The
even like
corporate's
MC
the one
stuff.
that gives me the worst anxiety about it. Eh? To me,
Yeah.
it just seems like it would be horrendous.
Me
Like,
too, but then also it's
I
great
think
money.
your comedy would work because
Well,
you're likable like that.
I don't think my comedy would work. Yeah, I'm trying to write comedy for it. I don't think I've got.
But it's
suitable
your
stuff.
accent and how you are. I feel like
Yeah.
people want to warm to you, where your comedy is very like harsh, straight to the point. And I don't think that I actually am that likable. Like when I walk out, they're like, "No, I don't ever want to like this guy."
And neither are you on stage.
yeah. In general, just life in general. So I just feel like those corporate gigs where they're like they didn't come for comedy, they've come for a corporate event,
Yeah.
and they're just like. Also, we've got Jacob Fritzky up next, and he comes out and goes, "Yeah, I've got herpes from my fucking."
Yeah,
Uncle.
they don't like me at events where they advertise comedy. They're not going to like me at places they don't.
yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know what the next year holds, but I'm just gonna try and do more gigs and try and have a proper crack. Like I've kind of just decided I'm gonna do it now. Same as yourself.
Is it what you
Yeah,
guys thought it was going to be? Like for me, it is in a sense, but like I don't know what I thought. Like I thought the green rooms was going to be like a really cool experience. You know what I mean? Like I thought
yeah.
everyone was going to be back there, and it was going to be such a like a banter session. You get
Yeah.
along, and like I mean, the reason that I picked you two guys straight away when I was like, oh, these comedians want to do it, is because you guys have always been like welcoming and up for a laugh
Yeah.
and give good feedback and
Yeah.
or honest feedback too. Like you just said, shit. Like it's.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff, that's great, but it's very cliquey. I didn't realize how cliquey it would be. You come in and
Yeah.
you're like, "Hey guys, how you going?" Like, "Hey," and you're like, okay.
But I think it depends where you are. Like, because I remember going to Melbourne when the festival was on a few years ago, just after COVID, for like 10 days, and it was epic. Like, have you been down there for the festival?
did,
Like,
Yeah, I went down for the festival.
This
year,
didn't
Start
you?
this year. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
to Melbourne twice this year. Yeah.
And was that cool?
Did you enjoy it?
festival?
First time was really cool. Yeah, the festival was sick. I just did like a weekend run.
Yeah.
But yeah, had a really good time down there.
Yeah.
I do also find, just like with what you're saying though, that like I find that like a lot of the guys who are more experienced, a lot of guys are old, because there are so many people who try it, do open
Yes.
mics for 3-6 months and then give up.
Good point.
Yeah.
They don't fit, like they don't expel the energy
Yeah.
buying into a new guy, getting to know them, because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
will probably be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg Sullivan told that to me because he was such a nice. Greg's so nice.
Yeah,
like,
he's great.
Yeah.
Gave me his personal number. First time I met him was like, I really see something in you. You should really give it a good crack. And
Yeah.
he's like, don't be offended when people don't become too friendly with you, because it's such a lonely gig thing
Yeah.
that they don't want to come friends with you, and then you fuck off, and then
Yeah.
they don't have anyone else.
But
there.
also, like, there's a lot of insecurities too, right? Like I remember, like, when I first started, and I was like, oh, this person doesn't like me, this person doesn't like me. And then I seen one guy go out to the bathroom that I thought was more experienced to vomit because he was so nervous before his gig.
Yeah.
And he realised that so many people are in their head.
Yeah,
It's people
yeah.
I've always had most fun with, like, it's like, you know, like Lindsay Webb and all these guys have been doing it forever. and they don't give a fuck. I've always had a lot of fun with those guys.
Yeah.
But on the Gold Coast, then you don't really have proper green rooms either. Really.
No,
like,
no,
Standing in the
no.
back of a pub.
We're all standing there, and people are trying to walk through the kitchen, and you're just standing
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, I don't know. I've only experienced that time in Melbourne during the festival, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, like they have like the Exford like every night at the festival, like where it starts late at 10 o'clock, and you sign up for 5 minutes, and it's just every night it's just pumping, and it's just an unbelievable vibe. Like
That's
it's
cool.
so fun. Like there's just gigs all day, every day. Like people are doing like 10 gigs a day, just running around the place.
Fucking hell.
I did the Exford when I was there this year, and it was the one night of the festival where they'd organised a sign language interpreter.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I was not prepared because I turned up. I came straight from another gig.
Yeah.
So that like I got up on stage and there's just another person standing there.
Yeah.
And then they
How'd
just
that go?
It went all right. It's
Yeah.
fu-
Did it
it's,
throw you a bit?
it does because like you get the laugh from what you say, and
Yeah.
then like half a beat later, they've been able to. Jeez. But like half a bit later they've been able to sign what you've said.
Yeah.
And but it was such an odd thing because like there was a guy that was up there when I got there, and then he got off stage as the previous act did, so I just thought it was a double act.
Yeah.
But then when
It just lingered.
but when I got up, a girl got up, and she was doing it, but I don't know like why, like whether it was like a trying it out thing or something, but there was a guy in the third row of the audience who was signing to her, and then she was signing to everyone.
Yeah.
So it was just like watching,
Pyramid
just
scheme.
like
They
yeah,
were
there
just hitting on each other.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They were like, "What are you doing later?" And you're like talking about fucking
Nothing
dick
what
jokes.
he's saying. Yeah.
This audience really doesn't like me. I'm not getting any laughs.
Yeah.
What are you doing after this?
It does look like such a hectic skill. But I mean, like, it'd be hard to do the repeating what people say in different languages is always
Yeah.
like you always watch it in the UFC where the guy's just done like a big speech who he's winning.
Yeah.
And then they just like go, he said he's really happy he got like, that, he fucking did not say that. He said a lot more than that.
Yeah, 100%. Why did you get into comedy? Did you think about it for ages? Like, what got you into it?
Yeah, I thought about it for ages. It was something that I always wanted to do.
Like for ages, you want like
For
even
ages,
growing
yeah.
up?
Like when I grew up, it was I always wanted to be an actor, but I'm dyslexic, so I was like, oh,
Are you really dyslexic?
Yeah. A lot better now. I'm older, but it was like that scared the shit out of me. And then people
Yeah.
like Tom Cruise, you're like, oh, he's dyslexic and he
Yeah.
can do it. And then I wanted to be a stunt actor. And then my dad introduced me to like Billy Connolly. But then the main one that just hit me is Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
He still is like, you know, a lot of comedians that you probably guys have got a lot that you like. There's a few I like, but Ricky's just still the one that I'm like, everything he does, every shows and his performance and just like his facial expressions and that. Like, so I was like, that's what I would love to do that.
Yeah,
and then that same thing we just already said of like, I don't want to live with regret. Like, I'd rather regret doing it than regret never doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I had my daughter. I'm like, I've got to fucking do it. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So that's why I did it.
And that's the thing, like Ricky Gervais, like there was a meme shared recently where like, it was like he was 38 when he kind of decided, right, going all in. Because that's the thing about comedy, like I've always had like passions growing up and none of them were ever had potential to make money. You know, like I'd be obsessed with surfing in Ireland. And then the surf was only, like literally, and the surf was only good like whenever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was obsessed with it. Like, I mean, like I'd watch the same video every day. I had enough obsession to be good at it, but not and then I was obsessed with like running and triathlon. All these things were late and like, but I knew how obsessed I was with these things. And I was like, fuck, if ever one of these things has an opportunity to make money, I'm going to fucking make money. I always said, like, if I ever find something that I can sell that I love, I'm going to do it. So, like, comedy's one of those things where it doesn't matter what age you are.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it doesn't,
30, 40, like, it's, like, that's what excites me about it.
Was it Denzel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
70, isn't
Yeah.
he? He's still having a crack at it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And he's had a wild life. You should get him on the podcast. He grew up in a traveling circus family.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, right.
He's done a lot of shit. Like,
Is that where he got the shirts?
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's traveling around the country. Like, that's how he grew up. And he done like heaps of emceeing and keynote speaking and all this. He's had an interesting life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's funny you do comedy with these people who just like hardly ever. I mean, I know we're at a fucking club and we're trying to be quiet because you're up doing a set and me and Metallica in the green room. So you try and, but it's just funny. You just don't realise what everyone's got these lives behind.
That's it, like, and you don't really have proper chats because you're kind of nervous before you gig. Like, unless you go away, like, I went away for a gig with Denzo and a few other different times, you know, to weekend gigs and you drive and like you've done a few weekend gigs where you drive around people.
Yeah.
So that's the only time you get to know people, really.
Yeah,
It's not
like
like,
actually chat with them.
but
Have you ever thought about moving states?
I'm actually looking to move to the UK next year.
Fuck
yeah.
it. Oh,
yeah, like August next year. Yeah.
See, that's what you got to be doing. Eh? If you don't have any tie downs, like here, all jokes aside, like that's
Yeah.
definitely it.
Yeah.
Eh? Like you watch any, even like the big ones of like Jim Jeffries, they only got big because they went overseas. But
Yeah.
like you're just not going to get that following. As soon as you
Yeah.
get that following, you come back here.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
do
and
great.
that's-
Just getting
That's
the reps
cool,
in,
man.
even like
Yeah.
isn't it like
That's cool.
yeah,
really
so that's
So
that's
have
the
you already
plan.
lived there before? Have you?
No, so I never lived there. I spent probably 2.5 months in the UK in 2023 and really
Sick.
enjoyed it. So, yeah, going to try and move to the northwest up there, sort of Manchester,
sick.
Liverpool area.
yeah,
Nice.
right.
Yeah,
That's
Why,
cool.
why there?
I think London would be
Too much.
too much.
Yeah.
I like
And,
Bristol, eh? I
yeah.
like Bristol.
Yeah.
You ever been to Bristol then?
No.
Bristol's nice.
I haven't been in England much. Only been to London for like weekends.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
funny what you think, hey, like because you're Irish, you think like, oh, you've definitely been there.
Yeah.
But then Aussies have never really been to NZ
Yeah.
or even travelled Australia that
Yeah.
much.
Well, I moved here when I was 18, so like when you're growing up in Ireland, you've got 2 weeks off a year, whatever it is. You go to Spain because you want to go somewhere sunny.
True.
Oh, of course.
So like you go
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you'd
yeah.
save up and then you go to Gran Canaries or Spain or somewhere for 2 weeks. Like you're not gonna. Well, some people would, but I was like, fuck that. I want to just get some sunshine.
Yeah,
for-
yeah, makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, no,
Be
I'm
good,
looking
be
forward
good
to it.
scene
so-
over there.
Yeah.
And how confident you reckon you are? 90% you're gonna do it?
Yeah, no, like that is the plan.
Oh, okay.
Is to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, putting money away for it at the moment.
You
so,
got mates or anything over there?
no, not really.
You don't have friends in general, but do you?
no,
that's,
no, not
that's
really.
the big
No.
that's the
Yeah.
big thing.
They're a hindrance.
Yeah.
I'm an aggressively unlikable person.
yeah, 100%. Blows me away you're on it. I don't know.
yeah.
That wedding ring would be handy for money. That engagement ring.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, would probably.
That'd get you over there.
Luckily, I was pretty cheap back then too, so it wouldn't have got me much.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, no. How about you? How'd you, I suppose, get into comedy?
Yeah, did you always want to do it?
Nah, never had any interest. I when that Raw popped up, I actually at one point I wanted to be like a life coach, as gay as it sounds, right? And like I was like posting all these like spiritual videos and stuff back in like 2016, 17. And then I'd never done public speaking before, and I read in a book there was a line that said like if you want to ever try public speaking, try stand up comedy because it's hard. So I just signed up for that reason, and then I was like on stage talking about like wanking or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, being a life coach is like the most wankiest thing ever. Like, and then I just changed my mind. I was like, okay, guess I'm doing comedy now.
Yeah.
Never, like I used to go to comedy shows all the time and never like thought I'd like to do that. Never even entered my mind.
Right. When did you start doing DJing then?
Oh, just like,
That's just a
Couple
bit
years
of
ago.
fun. That's just a bit of fun too, really.
yeah, well, like last year I was doing a heap of gigs and it's like good cash, but also, you know, I just can't pursue it. Like, you know, it's like, unless you're going to produce music, there's no point. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to be like a 40-year-old DJ working in bars? So I only learned because I wanted to be able to DJ at parties. Like, I love going to parties and you can jump on the decks and, you know, when it's midnight and you're full of MDMA and someone's got a set of decks and you're like, oh, anyone got a USB? I just want to be able to go, yeah, let's go. That's what I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
But then I just kind of got obsessed with it for a while.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, getting distracted, but I can focus on comedy. It's good fun though.
Yeah, it's funny that DJ scene too, because like one of my mates, Colin, he's been doing it for 15 years and
Yeah.
did it under just his name, like
Yeah.
was just under Cole or Cole D it was, and I mean he
Is
had
that
a
cold?
yeah, and he had he had like a what's it called when you have a spot like a like you got guaranteed gigs every week.
Yeah,
What do they call
like a
that?
residency.
Residency.
Yeah.
He had a residency, and I had that for 10 years, and he still got it. But then he did like did a made up a name. It was called. It was like a mask he put on that was the same as Russell Coit's one,
Yeah.
like Cole Coit.
Yeah.
And it was just insane how much that blew up. Like you
Yeah.
put a fucking mask on,
Yeah.
nothing really changes, and then
Yeah.
that just got him so many more gigs. They're flying them all over Australia, trying
yeah?
to book him into gigs and that.
Yeah, right. Bit of mystery.
Yeah, it's just something about that.
Maybe
like,
we should try that tonight down at
Yeah.
Surf.
Yeah, chuck
It's
some-
Halloween tomorrow.
Yeah,
It'd be
true.
perfect.
Yeah.
I think the universe is spoken.
Couldn't
Yeah.
go worse.
Yeah, yeah. What about you? Was it always on the cards?
No. Like I always loved stand up, but I didn't even realize it was something you like could do in Australia. Like because I grew up in Gympie, so I was just
True.
Yeah.
I'd never seen an open mic or anything like
Yeah,
that. So I was
yeah.
just like, oh, that's what they do in England and America and all
Yeah.
that. And then when I moved to the Goldie, I saw that Raw competition.
Yeah.
It was like newcomers to stand up, and I was like, oh, like that's crazy. You can actually do it.
Yeah.
And so I think I spent like 6 months writing a set.
Yeah.
before I was like, right, I'm going to go and give it a go.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Have you guys changed your comedy styles? Like, have you?
yes.
Yeah, you have.
yeah.
Because yours is very like, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like more like sections. You got like sections where it's like this is a like kind of story joke thing, and then like that kind of setup. Like it's not, they don't have to interlink kind of thing. Like,
no. So I don't do a lot of sort of run on. I suppose like it doesn't all link together, but
because it works. Like it works really well. But how long did it take you to get to that where you were like, I like doing this style?
yeah. So it was probably a bit of trial and error of like when I started like really chasing after it. It was like I always liked those darker sort of comedians, your Jesselnicks, those sorts of guys, and so I wanted to do that. And I think it was a lot of trial and error and a lot of bombing when it came to trying to get that sort of stuff to work, but not knowing how to make it work.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of times on stage where I was just saying horrific things that weren't funny, and just being like, "Why is this not working?" And so I suppose like it was that like trial and error. And it probably took me a year. To sort of to figure out the style I'm at now.
Takes a lot of courage to work out that kind of jokes. Like, 'cause you do have to be up there just like going, they don't know who I really am.
And that's something I've had a few people say to me is it's like who you are on stage and who you are off, it could not be more different.
Yeah, even like, sometimes the things you share on Instagram, like you're really supporting like things and stuff like that. Not that I think you're a degenerate piece of shit. That's not what I'm saying. But.
No, but I present myself that way. And that's the thing is that like you wouldn't be remiss to think that of me because but like I think that's why I'm able to do it is because like all of the stuff I say on stage, all of the like horrible jokes I make, part of what makes it funny to me is that there's no way I could mean this.
The contrast.
Of course I don't mean this. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then you tell it on stage and a bunch of people go, oh, that's how you feel in your heart.
Yeah.
But,
That's why it's hard for famous people, right? Like people get misunderstood completely. You know, like famous people go crazy, like because there's so many famous comedians that would be completely taken out of context all the time, every day of the week, right?
Yeah.
And like,
Ricky Gervais is one of those people, you know, like he writes people off for like being fat or religious or anything like that. But when you actually chat to him about it, like he says that he's not actually really against religion. It's just he more looks at it as like a prove it kind of way. Like, okay, but you tell me to read a book that doesn't make any sense. Like, show actual evidence like science. But it's funny how much it gets taken out of context.
Do you still go to church?
No. I fell out of it hard when I was 19 and just I'm not at all involved anymore.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it is, ain't.
That's like, so when you first time you went on like stage preaching, like did you just want to do it, or did they like convince you to do it because they had no one else to do it, or what happened?
Yeah, funnily enough, they were the ones that were really like trying to get me into it because I only had the one guy that did it at our church, and he did it every single week.
Yeah, he needed a week off.
Yeah, well, it was. I think it was sort of. It got very repetitive. Yeah, and he wasn't very. Like it was very one note.
He was doing the same material all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
No crowd work.
No crowd work. Just was not getting Jesus involved at all. But so they hit me up to do it, and like funnily enough, until like back then I had really bad stage fright.
Yeah.
And so I was.
You're great with it now. You got fucking nothing.
Well, that's the weird thing is that like stand up is the only thing I've ever done on a stage where I'm not nervous as all that.
You don't get nervous?
No.
No.
Like nowadays I'm like bouncing around before a gig.
Yeah, sweet.
Because I know you're trying to shit talk me, and I'm just going, shut up. I'm so nervous right now, and you're just so chill. You're just like you're completely fine.
Yeah.
We haven't done a lot of gigs together lately, really.
No, you get booked for big gigs is the problem.
I wouldn't say that, but you do bass and all that, but we just haven't really passed each other lately.
Are you guys need to top up?
Yeah, I would like a top up, please.
I'm good for them.
You need to top up. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Some of the holy water, please.
Need to catch up.
Yeah, that's cool. That is the good thing about these kind of podcasts. Actually, sometimes nowadays the only way you actually get to have a catch-up conversation, right?
Yeah, is if one of your friends is monetizing it.
Yeah. Trying to get something out of it.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, it's very much. Well, when I first had a few mates on this podcast, it was like. Yeah, everyone even at parties had to catch up with mates because they're on the phone or the music's loud or whatever it is. Here, it's like you're just locked in. Chat.
That's the thing. Like I've got a few mates that I catch up with one-on-one, and I feel like it's the only way I like to really do it anymore. Because like I like going to a party and just being a wild fucker, but I'm not going there to really have chats because it doesn't really happen.
No, you can't do it.
Whereas, like, it's kind of hard to have a proper chat unless you're sitting down like this. Thank you, sir. I always think of, like, American high school movies when I see these red cups, like American Pie and stuff.
I know.
I love it. Makes me feel young, like you boys.
More like him. He's got 2 in the front of it still.
Yeah, what were the 70s like?
Yeah.
Mate, they were wild and free. We shoved LSD up our butthole on a Monday.
Perfect.
Smoked joints on a Tuesday. It was great.
Oh, so things haven't changed.
Yeah.
No, nothing. It's just come back again, full circle.
Yeah.
Any new material for tonight, boys?
Got a couple
Yeah.
that people aren't going to like. I've got a Halloween joke I'm going to try out.
Do you? Yeah.
Which, yeah. No.
You're just going to go boo.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
We should all.
And what do you think of this one? Boo. Oh, gay.
But I'm in a ghost costume.
Yeah.
But pointy.
Yeah. Just dressed up as a ghost going around touching everyone.
Yeah.
Did I say ghost? Ghost?
Ghost.
Yeah, don't let them have too many of those. So.
Yeah. Gusta.
Ghost. You got anything for tonight? Anything new?
There's bits and pieces I want to try. I don't know. I'm in that point, it happens sometimes where you just get lazy with it. It's the best way to say it, even though I don't want to say that. But it's...
You just did. They all heard you.
You just jump. Yeah. I'm going to snip this.
Yeah.
No snippet.
He's going to edit it to be in your voice.
Yeah. I'm lazy. I'm very... I'm not going to do it with the accent. And...
Doing great, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know, you just get lazy where it's like... You just go for your normal kind of bits and pieces. Like I think I've got like 20 minutes of material that I can jump at that I find that I go in there and do. But there is bits I really want to do. Like but I think I'd have to bring my daughter's book in. But like reading books to my daughter at night, you just read these things. And you're like, this is fucking horrendous. Like Beauty and the Beast, where you just like the actual book version of it is the dad goes to the castle.
Yeah.
He's a bit cold, so he lets himself in. All right, so that's break and enter.
Yeah.
Goes in there, has a kip in his bed, gets up in the morning, fucks off into the garden.
Yeah.
Finds the best rose, cuts it for his daughter. Beast comes out and goes, "Why the fuck are you in my rose garden?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "You can have the rose, but you got to bring your daughter back and give it to me." And he says yes. And you're like.
But you could do that tonight.
I could, but I feel like I feel like if you had
As in tell the joke.
Well,
or
bring the
trade a rose.
Well,
for
bring
it?
the
rose for a child.
Well, if you bring the book, you could be like,
That's what I feel like.
I should be at home right now reading this tonight.
That's what I was going to go with.
Why don't you do that?
Oh, look, I'll bring the book. I'll see if I want to do it or not.
Yeah.
But it's a commitment because me reading a book to a crowd of people and them just going.
Nah, but the thing is, like, you know, you were talking about likability. Like, I've been thinking about a lot about this lately, like masculine and feminine, like the polarities in comedy, and like we're all masculine looking guys, so like presenting that polarity is a real likable thing. Like I've seen like say women without kids, say try to do like a mother bit where it comes across real negative. Same thing with guys.
Yeah.
But as a dad, like if you're super masculine looking, like you'll get them all on your side because you're a dad with a daughter. Like that's like the perfect polarity, like of
That's
being.
a good point.
Yeah, like if you start with something like that, it's like, oh, he's not just a big macho Gold Coaster dude. He's a loving dad. Like that's that will fucking
Trick him.
Trick him.
Yeah, trick him.
Trick him.
With the kiddie book.
I love my daughter. Shut your fucking mouth. She's in the car.
Yeah.
This counts as me reading her the book. She's in the back.
Yeah. Sit down. Yeah. So there's stuff like that I really want to try, but it's like commitment.
Well, you just commit now. I'll actually look. I won't. Honestly, I'll be disappointed if you don't do it.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Great. Gonna have to do it.
I'd like to be friends.
Perfect.
But if you say something and then you can't go through it, I'll be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. Great. So it looks like I'm reading a book to a room full of people. Could be 3 people in the crowd. Could be 50. This would be good.
Well, they're like, I always think it's funny in there. Like, anytime I try material in there, I bomb. And anytime I just do no material and just fuck around and have fun, like I've had some horrendous bombs in there.
Yeah.
Then I've had some really fun times too.
I've seen some, there's some odd shit you see going on in that place, eh?
Yeah.
Who's that lad that comes in there that isn't allowed to get on stage? The nutter?
The older bloke with the fingers painted.
Yeah.
He got up last week.
He gave in?
I messaged Alex and he was like, yeah, just chuck him on. And I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
It was a country song
Yeah.
What?
that the way he sang it, you really couldn't hear the words very well.
Yeah.
So
he sung.
yeah. So he got a guitar and a cowboy hat, got on stage and is playing this guitar and sort of yell singing this song. So yeah, you really can't make out many of the words.
No one laughed, obviously, or...
No, because you couldn't understand it.
The time I saw him though, people were laughing, and because he kept committing, everyone was in hysterics. Like started off with him laughing at him, But in the end, you couldn't tell if they're laughing at him or with him because I was looking at the commitment going, it's the commitment. He ended up getting everyone laughing. It was like, there's so much to that, right? That commitment.
Laughs.
Yeah, like I've struggled with that
Okay, so
sometimes.
now I look
committing.
like a prick in this conversation because I was saying don't get him up, but now you guys are...
No. But he was told he couldn't go up. But like there's a couple times there.
Yeah,
where,
oh man, every time I've been there. There was one time I was walking in, and I think it was the one where I rocked up, and you were doing a set, but I wasn't going to get on.
Yeah,
and
I was bombed that night as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was walking behind him on the way to the gig, but I didn't know he was going there. He's just chatting to himself, going, I was like, this guy isn't going to pivot into this bar, and just walked in, and I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
To be fair, are any comedians mentally well?
Yeah. It's a good point.
I mean, that's probably Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You come across as a pretty put together dude.
I don't think anyone's mentally well, really, is it? It's
That's
just
a fair
it's
point
just you get to see it in comedy because everyone's fucking spilling it on the
We're
stage.
just weaponising it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's such a fine art too. Like the more you do it, the more you just appreciate the little things and stuff.
Yeah.
Eh? Like I find when I've seen people that are really good, but they maybe just have an off night, or I feel like you just overdo it. You know, like if I get up there and say, "Oh, my ex is a bitch," and then I say, "Oh, and I'm a single father," and it's very, very negative.
Yeah.
And not like an uplifting way.
Yeah.
Fuck, it brings the mood down, eh?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you got such a like dip and drop.
balance.
Like
Yeah.
like a 10 to 20% change in how you say something can
Yeah.
mean a joke works or doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that,
insane.
it wigs me out. Like I had a joke like that. My joke about the Vatican.
Yeah, the
and
holy water one.
Yeah, the holy
yeah.
water one. Yeah, like if I just tell that joke, it doesn't work. But I have to like really get like energized and be like, they have the gall to judge me.
That is great
like
actually when you do that.
is what gets people on board. Because if I just go, and they have the gall to judge me,
Yeah.
you know, for buying an OnlyFans
Yeah.
models bathwater, they're
Yeah.
just like, oh, he's just admitting to doing gross
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the it's
such a
the
good point.
being emotional
Yeah.
about it that makes
Now
it
you've
funny.
said that because I'm just picturing when you've done that, and the difference in the laughter in the room
Yeah.
when you've done that. That's such funny.
Yeah, it's so that's the thing, isn't it? Like when because you go there with the right energy and everything changes. It's just like
man.
that commitment to it.
And that's like that scaredness of like I still get quite fucking nervous with it. And
So
I
do
did
I.
that night. I seen you at the Hotter. I did the Friday and the Saturday. So I did the Friday at the Maddock
Yeah.
Brewery. To be fair, there's fuck all in the crowd, and even some good comedians weren't getting laughs.
Yeah.
And I got up there, and maybe you got a chuckle here and there, but it was rough.
Yeah.
Same set, and then did that set Saturday. But a girl that I just started dating, and still dating at the time, she was in the crowd. I was so nervous,
Was that the night I was there too?
Yeah. They were
yeah.
getting picked on in the crowd because they were
Yeah,
fucking drunk. Amber, yeah. And I did really well that night. That
Yeah.
night went really well. Like
Yeah.
I was getting proper laughs. And but same set, different
Yeah.
room, different energy,
Yeah.
kind of like really trying to put it on. And
Yeah, and the thing
deliver
about
it.
Hoda too is like you can be more kind of commanding. Like I feel like when you have like that, because the stage is so small in Maddox too. Like if you're like a big masculine presence,
Yeah.
it's nearly kind of scary for people. Like whereas in Hoda, they kind of need that nearly because it is a big stage, isn't it?
It almost validates you as well to be one of the acts at Hoda.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're on the post, they've bought tickets to see
Yeah.
you, so they're more willing to buy in straight away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're here.
Yeah.
You must be okay. I'll give you a chance.
Well, Maddox like that too, isn't it? But it's just there's something different about it. Like it's more delicate, like isn't it? Like,
Recently, geez, have you done it recently?
there's not been a lot of people there.
Terrible, man.
Yeah, and it used to be always packed.
Packed.
Yeah.
I've been a couple of times with maybe like 10. You're like, oh, what,
Yeah.
10? But then majority of the time, every table's full.
Yeah, and it's a good
have you-
venue for it. Like
It is, yeah.
it's a good venue.
Have you done a bit there
Yeah, I was
recently?
going to say, can't relate. I did a couple of weeks ago. It was packed. But,
Was it? Yeah.
Was it?
You put me on the poster.
Yeah. So what you did a couple of weeks ago? and
Yeah, I
it was
did a
alright?
couple of weeks ago, and it was
Yeah.
full. I had a really
Yeah.
fun time.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I think Shane Hunter was the headliner that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I had a couple of good ones there recently too. It's just there was like I think it was September because I think everyone was talking. There was a few gigs there were super empty, and even the guys that were up from Sydney was saying that September was just dead everywhere, and apparently it's always quite low
Well,
on
Josh did
numbers.
say that too. He's like, it's just this time of the year, and I didn't know if that was a thing people
Yeah.
say, but yeah, obviously it must have been, which is weird. I don't know why September would be
Something to do with they were saying like
Changing
school
season.
holidays and all these different things that combine.
yeah.
Nobody's feeling funny.
Casino does all right these days.
Yeah.
You know, there was a period that was fucked.
Yeah,
but
it's
now-
way better now.
That's
Do you
cool.
ever do it on a Wednesday?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a different vibe.
Rough,
Yeah.
like no one there.
No, there was still people there, but it was like,
it was way rowdier. Like wasn't
yeah,
it
it was people that are at the casino on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Sunday they're actually pretty well behaved.
Yeah, you know, like they're
Yeah.
there for. To be fair, I went and watched a friend of mine a couple of months ago now, there on a Sunday night, and this woman was just drunk on the side and was just like, "You're not funny. Get off the stage!" And just tried to like yell over whenever he tried to start a new joke. It was just so it still does get rowdy.
It's unpredictable there.
Yeah.
I had a guy try to start a fight with me there. I was MCing.
Yeah?
I was MCing. He
apologised.
wasn't even at the show. Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here, we're full.
He wasn't even at the show. It was like he came in from, there's that open section on the side.
Yeah.
And because it was bright, I couldn't see. He was just like, "All right, mate," with a hat on. And I was like, I thought it was a guy I knew because he seemed friendly. And then I kind of walked over and he was like, "Think you're fucking funny, do you?" And he had a backwards hat on. And then I kind of looked at the crowd and then they kind of started laughing because like we're on the same side, so it was fun. But he was just like, "Oh, you laughing, are you?" Fucking. And he was like, "Do you want to go, do you?" And I'm just like,
"Oh my God."
And then he was like, "And you've got a stupid haircut," because I just got my haircut. I was like, "Dude, you're wearing a backwards hat in the casino on the Sunday night." Like, And then he just walked off. And then I saw him in the car park and he was eyeballing me later. And I was like, "Are you going to a fight with this dude?" Like, it's unpredictable. It's fun though. Yeah, it is.
I've been bashed for the same thing. I was like in a lobby at a hotel out one night, and a guy came down in the lift and he had like a snapback hat on, and he walked out and I had skinny jeans on. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know they made skinny jeans for fags," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know they made gangster hats for fuckwits." And then he walked off by himself. But I didn't put it two and two together that he was coming down to get his friends to let them up. Walked back in with like 3 dudes and 2 girls, and I was like,
The 2 girls
fuck. Yeah. And I was leaning, it was like a marble wall, and I was leaning against that. And he's like, "Yeah, you're tough now." And I was like, "What do you want me to say?" Halfway saying that, and just got cracked into the marble wall. And was just getting fucked up. I just had to run away from it. It was just like smart ass mouth, just put me straight in a day.
How with my material am I the only one that hasn't nearly been in a fight at a gig?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think, I don't think I've ever really, at a gig, that was the only time, like, no one's ever really properly...
Heckles then. What's a good heckle? Like, what's the worst heckle that you guys have? My one straight away is at the casino.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't bad. It went well, but she was a drunk Asian girl in the front, Asian woman, older woman.
It's always drunk women.
Yeah, and it was Asian at the casino, so it made sense. And then she, I had that bit where I'd say, I was just trying to link a joke, try and get a quick little laugh and a joke where I'm like, "Oh, do you know on airplanes where they, do you find when you're sitting there and they call out a name over the radio that they're late to the plane, it's always an Asian name, and internally you go, I fucking knew it would be," kind of thing. And it always got like a little bit of a chuckle to move on from the joke. And an Asian, the woman in front, I said, "And it's an Asian name." And she goes, "You fucking racist." And it was like, all right, like just yelling at me that. And then
that's a rough thing to come back from.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Like it does have the feel of a racist joke.
Yeah.
Be like, "No, I was gonna say I fucking knew it."
Yeah. And then I got past that, and then she, I was talking about a friend that had a motorbike crash and he pegged a frog at a wall, and I was like, "I've never thrown a green tree frog at a fucking wall. Like, I've never done that." She just started yelling back, going, "Yeah, in New Zealand, they get guinea pigs and they kill them." In front of the casino, it's packed, it's about 100 people.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what am I doing with that information kind of thing? And then she kept bringing it up, and I said, "I can fucking see why they call you out on the plane now." And then she kind of like settled down again, but she was like, wouldn't stop. Wouldn't stop. What about you? What have you got?
Mine was also at the casino. I think I was about 6 months in, and it was during that phase where I was just saying horrible things. And so I was about 5 minutes into a set, and I knew it was going to go bad because the MC went up there and he did his start. Like, I was the first act, and Shad Wicker was the MC, and he went up there and he was like, "Right, so some of the guys tonight, they're gonna try some dirtier, some darker jokes. Are we up for that?" And he got nothing. And he went, "All right, we'll see how we go." Brought me up. And I got about 4 or 5 minutes in, every punchline was just groans. And I was like, I'll get him on board. I was like, "Guys, you have to harden the fuck up, or I'm just going to have it'd be better if I just get off stage now." Silence, and one lady at the back went, "You should probably just go then, honey."
Oh,
And I was like,
to you?
yeah, and I was like, "No." Finished my set to more silence.
Was that a good chat?
No, that was the
casino.
casino.
Oh, casino as well, yeah.
Actually, it was either that one or the couple I walked the first time I tried. Yeah, so I had a joke I tried for a little bit, and it's like my Green Goblin mask. It calls to me that I want to try and get it to work one day.
Yeah.
But I had this bit where I figured out what SIDS was, like sudden infant death
Yeah.
syndrome. And
Oh my fucking
and
god!
it was Santa getting rid of the really naughty kids.
Yeah.
It's like the bad kids got coal, the really bad kids got SIDS. And
Fucking hell!
yeah, it was horrific. And I'll get it to work one day, I promise.
Yeah,
But
Try tonight.
yeah.
don't you just threaten me with a good time. And a woman.
SIDS, what's that about? Oh, everyone's crying.
What's the deal? But yeah, so a woman stood up in tears, stormed out of the room, and her husband stood up and went, "Sorry, we lost our son not long ago."
Oh, fuck!
And they both walked out, and I finished my set there. I was like,
You're like Santa.
Where was that?
Yeah.
Where was that?
it was some open mic in Brizzy. I don't remember where.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, that was the first time that I considered just giving it away.
Killing yourself. That was rough.
I don't know, I've considered that many times, but the first time I thought about giving comedy away, I was like,
Jesus.
ugh. If I'm upsetting people that much, maybe this isn't for me. And that was that. To be fair, that was sort of the marker where I was like, okay,
Oh, the pot chance on that.
I'm going way too far without linking
the
in the
concept.
funny. So
Yeah.
And that's sort of like the concept I use now is you've got to be using the fucked up to be funny, not the funny as an excuse to say something fucked up. And that's sort of how
That's
I try
cool.
and work on it now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's a great way of looking at it. Yeah.
How about you? What's your worst heckle?
The only one that comes to mind was like it didn't end up being that bad because it was like
Well, nothing beats that. That was
no,
I
like,
probably should have gone last on this one.
yeah.
But I mean, like, because mine was a bad heckle, but it didn't really end up that bad. It kind of worked out okay. But it was like I was doing my own solo show in Toowoomba, and like I did like a kind of an intro story for like 10 minutes, and it was going well. And then I went
Oh,
over
did
to
you
get.
post
I
this
posted it online.
Yeah, that is
yeah.
awkward.
It was an
that
Irish
fucking-
guy.
Yeah, it was
And
fucking awkward.
but the thing is, like, the reason I don't see it as a negative is because the show ended up being really good. But like, I was like, I went to get a glass of water, and like, I had this silly joke where I was like, oh, I know most of you guys haven't seen me do stand up before. And then before the punchline, I took a drink of my water, and he goes, "Still haven't." And he was an Irish bloke in the front row. And then we had a bit of back and forth. And there was actually a few drunk hecklers in that audience, actually. And he was fine because he was like coherent. You could talk to him. You know, when you have someone you can talk to, it's fine because he can get through it. And then we just chatted. I shared it online. I can't remember what we said. But then there was a heap of drunk people there because there was like heaps of Irish people at the show. But probably the worst heckle at that show was just this incoherent couple at the back. So they weren't actually heckling at a specific time. They'd just be like, "Way!" You know what I mean? And then you're like, and you don't know where they are. And then after the show, the chick came up and she had like an empty box of chips that was like half soggy. And I was with my ex at the time, and she was like, "Oh, I hope your girlfriend doesn't mind. I want you to sign my chip box." And me and the girlfriend were just looking at each other going, "You're the fucking heckler, bitch, aren't you? Because you are blind." She's like, "I loved you in Glasgow. We saw your show." I was like, "I've never been to Scotland. Never been to Scotland." She's like, No. Hey. And she's calling our husband, the guy that was going, "Whoa." She was like, "We saw him in Glasgow," right? And her daughter was there too, and she was sober. She was gorgeous. And she was like, "I'm sorry. It's my mother." I'm like, "I've never been to Scotland." She's like, You were. Tell him we saw him in Scotland." I'm like, "No, I know. I haven't been to. I've never actually been to Scotland, so it wasn't my show." This went on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Trying to get me to sign a camera.
Shit box.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Those ones are hard to deal with because you can't talk to him.
Yeah.
But I think when someone actually heckles and it's like not a super negative, I don't mind it. I actually realize I've started to enjoy it.
Yeah,
'Cause it's just like being in a construction site or something where you do that all day.
Yeah, like if it's like what they've said's alright, like fuck off, mate. But it's like if it's a bit of back and forth, it works.
But it's most of my heckles have been Irish people. Or that, because I think that's how everyone does it. Like that's just how it was back then.
Yeah,
They're not actually trying to be a cunt. They just think they're actually.
Well, I feel like any other culture they do all right. Like Americans do all right, English and Irish do all right. But I feel like Australians, like they say something, and if you get one back on them, God, it fucking pisses them off.
Yeah.
Where they just, "Oh fuck you, then you fucking all right, settle down."
Yeah.
I think we have a real culture in Australia of like everyone thinks they're funny.
Yes.
And so when they're heckling back, it's them going, "Well, I'm funny too.
Yeah.
Here, have this." And then if you outdo them, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
It's like everyone you speak to. It's like, "Oh, I'd love to do comedy." You know, like all my friends tell me I'm funny.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks that's just what stand up is you just get up stage and just be funny.
Yeah.
And I love watching those people do their first show and like their first joke bombs and they just panic and go.
Yeah.
It is funny
Or
seeing that.
How many people tell you jokes? You stand up. Oh,
Yeah, you can use this one.
I've got a great,
right.
I've got a great one for you. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, go
go
on.
for it.
Yeah, and like I remember my dad called me one time, and he was like, I was just thinking because you stand up. Our dog had a family dog called Harvey, and he's like, when I'm mowing the lawn, Harvey just comes outside and sits on the lawn and watches me mow it, and he's got this look on his face, and I just thought there's something there with that, and I was like, yeah, there is, yeah, there is fuck all there. It's a dog watching you mow the fucking lawn.
I heard an Irish comic say on a podcast. His name's Robbie McShane. He was like, the best thing to do when someone's like, oh, you can use that. Ask them how.
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing that in work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can use that. Oh, how?
Yeah.
Oh, because he tripped over, and it's like, who tripped over? Oh, Barry. How would anyone know who Barry is?
Yeah. That's brilliant.
It's
I've
just
literally
great,
knew that because I've got a guy in work that brings me all the time. And every time we have a conversation, he says, oh, you can use that in your performance. And I literally last week, I said that, I was like, where will I, what part of, where will I structure that?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? It was exactly that. Fuck,
That's funny as.
This happens all the, I don't know if you get it work, it's always the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or like,
You can use that one.
if you're at a party or whatever it is, and someone goes like, "Oh, Ian does stand up," and they're like, "Oh, tell us something funny." You're like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't sit here and go, "Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8."
Yeah.
Well, what are you
Yeah.
gonna? It's like,
My jokes
fuck.
don't work in conversation.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Like I had a Bucks party and my fuckhead mate said it, and like because of the Bucks, there's always a room full of people you half fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs through the roof.
Yeah.
Everyone's retarded, and someone told someone we're playing pool that I do stand up. I'm like, yeah. And then like the night went on, and then I remember it was it's 3 a.m, and one of them staring across at me and telling me, he just goes, "You're just not funny, eh?" And I'm like, and like he's obviously thought about it for fucking 8 hours, and just gone like, "You're not funny, eh?" And it's like, well, I mean, you're heavily on cocaine right now. I mean,
Nothing's funny on coke.
Nothing's going to be funny. I'm just being serious right now.
I've started doing the opposite with whenever my mum has a few drinks and I'm with her, she'll tell people that I'm a comic, like her friends, who are also women in their 50s. And so I'm doing the opposite just to spite her, is I tell them my jokes. And they're all I tell them the worst stuff I have, and you just see them sort of looking at my mum and being like,
"He's lovely."
"Oh, you were such a nice boy." What
Yeah. I thought you said he was fucking going to church.
He was a preacher. You started with him a preacher.
The fuck happened to him?
Downhill quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have one that I had a heckle that's on film that I should really release. It was at the we did a split bill down in Palm Beach, and this woman interrupted me
This is only recently, no?
yeah, it was June maybe, June,
yeah.
July. So we did a split bill down at Palm Beach Hotel, and this girl had been quiet the whole show, and then for some reason decided I was the person that she wanted to question, and she interrupted me 2 or 3 times mid setup.
Yeah.
And after the third, I did go a little harsh on her and watching it back. But I was just she interrupted me the third time. I was like, all right, this whole show hasn't been about her and she can't stand it anymore. Let's have a chat. And so I went over and I think I said, because she was I was like, oh, what's your name? What's your name? And she's like, oh, Sadie. I was like, I heard her say Mercedes. I was like, oh, Mercedes. She's like, no, just Sadie. I was like, oh, of course, Mercedes is a bit too expensive.
That's great.
And I was like, what do you do for work? She's like, oh, I'm a hairdresser. I was like, well, that does explain the mouth.
Good comeback.
Great comeback.
And she was like, most of my clients are funnier than you are. I was like, that's fine. All my audiences are better than you are.
Yeah, great. Did you say that?
Yeah. I was like,
brilliant.
have you been listening? You think you can hurt me?
Yeah.
And
sure.
so I was like, but she stormed out a few minutes later.
Oh, she left.
Yeah, she left. Yeah, and then
I'm still getting over the fucking you bringing up a dead baby, and they had a dead baby.
well, they didn't have it on them.
Yeah, because that would be more worrying. Yeah.
Well, I probably would have noticed.
See? You see?
Just reach in the bag.
They were coming to be cheered up. Fuck.
Fucking hell.
We were on the way to the crematorium. We thought we'd pop in for a laugh.
We thought you were going to be
pulled
funny.
this shit.
You think that's is that funny? Oh my god, no.
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah.
It is
fuck.
but if something bad has happened to you, it is shitty to walk out and make a scene for the comedian because the whole
Maybe
idea of
walk
comedy is
out,
tough.
but don't say it.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Well, she
didn't.
did. She just she just got up and left, but you could see she was crying and whatever. And then it was just him sort of stood up and he just sort of because the whole show had stopped. I'd stopped out, the audience was all watching her, and so I think he sort of felt like I should probably explain this.
Yeah.
And so he was just sort of we just lost. We just lost our son, and it's like.
And you're like, see, it is relatable.
Yeah. You're welcome. What?
I'm just holding a mirror up to society.
God bless. What about worst gigs and worst gigs?
I just thought of one there, which I don't know if it's the worst gig, but I thought of. Did you guys ever? You might not have ever went to. Did you ever meet Willie Wang? You might have went. Willie
Yeah,
Wang.
yeah.
So Willie Wang, Chinese guy, he's moved down to Melbourne now, but he used to run a couple of open mics, and he's a good bloke actually. He used to run a few fun little gigs, but they were like some of them would be little shitty venues. There was one in Fortitude Valley, and it was basically like a kind of a. It's like a bar / kebab shop, you know, that kind of deal. Like you go in there, you're just going there to try new material. Like the windows are open to the street. There's like 6 people there, and I was going there on a Friday night, and I'd organised a Tinder date for after the gig. Like it was supposed to be like an hour after, because she was going to a party in the valley too. It was perfect. Do a gig, meet up afterwards, and then she messages and she's like, "Oh, where's the gig at?" I was like, "This is where it is, but I'll meet you after." And then I get a message again on the way, and she's like, "Oh, me and my friend bought tickets for the gig. We're going to come to the gig too." And I'm like, "Terrible idea. You're probably going to be the only people that bought tickets, because I know what it's like. I get there late because I'm on second half, whatever. She's there with her friend, and they're the only paying guests. Everyone else is comedians. And because everyone else is comedians, every comedian has talked to them and discovered who they are and what their story is. And they're going to like a fancy party, so they've both got like nice dresses on. So by the time I walk in, everyone's kind of like, "Oh, hey. Oh, by the way, next on stage is Ian." And I get up and I bomb horrifically. And like, then we go out on the break, and I'm just talking to her, and she's just like, "Yeah, so we're going to take off now." And that was the last I've ever... Never saw her again. And like, for the 2 weeks leading up to that, like, the chemistry, the banter, everything was so good. Like, I was like, we're going to have a great day. We're going to have a great gig. Going to go to a party in Fortune Valley. Going to fucking get some action. It's going to be a great weekend. And she's just like, "Yeah, we're going to
leave
take
it
off
there.
now."
Yeah, we're gonna park that there.
Fucking icked out of existence.
Fucking
like.
hell.
Bringing a girl to a gig is never a good idea.
But I didn't. I tried not to.
No, well, yeah. The only reason, like that, Amber, my partner now, is like, she's adamant. She's like, "I really want to come," and then I just happened to get the hotter gig. I'm like, okay, there's no way in hell the hotter gig can be shit. Like, surely it's going to be.
Well, that's your partner now, the girl who was at the gig.
Yeah. So it worked out alright, but like, thank fuck that there was enough people there. And it's like that'd have been terrifying.
Yeah.
I had a girl come to Apres once.
Did you?
And she, I was the MC, and so I didn't really get to speak to her like during the show at all, because I was like MCing the whole time. And then, so she turned up with these two massive Islander dudes in matching pink polo shirts, which is cute as anything.
Gorgeous.
And so they sat there, the three of them, arms folded the whole show. No laughs, nothing. She went to the bathroom the whole break.
Yeah.
Left with about, as I was doing the sign off of the show. And then messaged me like an hour later and was like, "Do you want to know how you went?"
Jeez.
And I was like, okay, here we go. And she was like, "I don't think that anyone who can make those kind of jokes could ever be considered a good person. So I don't think I ever want to see you again."
Oh.
You've had some.
I'd nearly rather
rough-
that. I'd rather that than you're not funny.
Oh,
I'd rather hear you're a bad person than you're not funny.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. You've had some rough trots, hey?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's
my
the fun
God.
of it all.
But that's the thing about Apres. So like I've had a night there where a mate came and I had a really fun, good set, and I've had other nights where I'm like, thank fuck nobody came.
Yeah.
Like I had a gig in Hoda a couple of years back, and an old colleague and his missus had come, and I bombed, and they've never come back to a gig since. And like, even though it's like 3 years ago, every time I meet him, I'm like, dude, you owe it to me to come to another gig, because you've now got this memory, and even though it's been 3 years later, I'm stuck in 3 years ago with you.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, and like, I was like, I'm not making excuses. I just think for our relationship, because I see him in a coffee shop all the time, and every time I look in his eyes, all I see coming back at me is like, oh, there's the cunt that thinks he's funny, but it's not funny.
yeah. That's always the case.
It's the worst. Because I think that's the worst thing for me, is like thinking like, it's not even that like someone thinks I'm not funny, it's that people think you're crazy for thinking you are funny yourself.
Yeah.
So like,
I had that same thing with a fucking motorbike, where it's like, I met this guy.
A motorbike came to your gig.
Yeah, I rode it. And a dude I just met, like my mate Scotty and me, went out on the motorbikes on the Harleys, and he had a mate. He's like, oh, this is Bo. We go for a ride with Bo. Bo's a really cool dude. He's a stunt actor. He's like, this guy's so sick. Right, he's got a beautiful bike, and we're going up a mountain, and like he's like trying to keep up. You can just see him like coming around the corner. It's like the bike's just skipping out. So I just like zoom past him, like showing off, and then going up Springbrook, and then I stand up and start doing a burnout, like you're only going about 60 Ks, but the back wheel's going about 120.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking back, like seeing if they're filming it, thinking like, fuck, I look cool. And the front wheel hit a rock and just kind of like lost it. And then just went over the cliff up Springbrook, just went like over the cliff. And the bike hit a rock, thank fuck, and pulled into the cliff. Or I went over the handlebars and was just like laying in the cliff and like, fuck the bike. And then, and it was the first time riding with him.
Shit.
And like straight away he gets out, starts filming it, and he's just like, what happened, Drifter? You can't park there. And I'm like trying to be like, yeah, anyway, that's a fucking $30,000 motorbike fucked right now. Like, and I've never ridden with him since. And every time you see him, he's like, oh, what happened, Drifter? You're like, oh, fuck. Like you need to ride me again because I'm not that retarded. Like I don't just send it over a cliff.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal. It's not funny. Like our life is just made up of like those moments and it's fucking wild. They stick in your head. Like those kind of things drive so many different things in the future.
Yeah.
Fuck. I had a similar experience, but it was on like a fucking 50cc scooter. Like
Same.
back when we were in school.
Yeah.
We were like 17 years old. We used to meet these girls at lunchtime, and my mate was dating this one girl, and I was like, I'm gonna do a wheelie on my brand new scooter. And I did a wheelie like outside. All the girls are there, we're there, and then like. I kind of like popped off the back, but my hand got stuck on the throttle like that, and I was dragging myself up the road. So I'm like on my feet chasing up the road like a deer, and then it kind of goes to the side, and I'm dragging myself, and I end up leaving and get up back on the bike and just never returned. I couldn't hang out with those girls ever again. Like,
we were at the skate park one time at Tambourine. And we had 3 girls turn up, which I'm actually friends with them now, Joe and they were like, back then they're like 17, so like trying to show off to everyone, and they got
35.
Yeah. It was last week. They're gorgeous. This little 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're only as old as the woman you feel.
Hey, come here. You can drive your elves on, man. And they got in a trolley, like a shopping trolley, and like got 2 are in it, and like one of them spinning it around. They're like, ha, ha, ha. And like all the boys skating, like trying to like skate to show off to them. And then Joe pushes it on like a bit of like grassy kind of hill, and you think it's just going to trolley, just hit the grass and fall over, but it just hits the grass and then just starts going down the hill, and it just goes down really quick down the hill, and there's like a concrete path. There's like concrete path, the grass, and there's a park bench. And you think it gets all the way and it's booking it down the concrete path, hits the concrete path and launches it into the park bench, and one just snaps their arm in half. So it goes from like to like arm at like a fucking angle going, and it's just like everything went to shit then. We're just like trying to be slutty girls showing off and fucking that shit.
It just makes you think like when your time's up, your time's up. You think of those kind of things, you're like, there's so many times when you should have died like as a teenager,
Yeah, 100%.
Like people die so much easier all the time. Like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you guys had, I think shittest gig for me would have been, it's not even bad, but it's like...
How do you pick one?
Yeah, there's so many.
Tonight.
Yeah, tonight when I read a book to a crowd. Yeah. That's not funny. Oh, sure. Thanks, Jacob.
Are you gonna bring your girlfriend to watch you do it?
Not tonight, fuck. Because that's a scary gig.
Because it's her book.
Yeah, because she's 6. It's a rough gig because
I would never bring a girl there.
There? Fuck no.
way.
You're insane doing that. That's your own fault.
That is. Yeah,
especially MCing, because you can't do bomb for 5-10 minutes and go, oh, fuck. You run all night.
Oh, yeah. No, and I died repeatedly that night.
Yeah.
That was one of those nights where, like, because I MC a bit now, and there are some nights at Après where I get through the opening set, hand it off to the first comedian, and go, I'm doing no more material. I've got nothing for these people.
Yeah. You always did really well at Henchy. The one that you ran there.
That was a really cool room.
You did well, but every time you did there and you MC'd it, you did well. Like it was never like, ugh. It was that crowd for some reason just really liked you.
Yeah, no, it was it was a really fun room. A lot of people. So,
but big gigs, eh? Somebody had like maybe 100 and like 70, 50.
I think that first 5, I figured out we averaged like at least 50 people.
Yeah, nice.
For those first 5 gigs.
You still run that one?
No, we shut it down recently.
Well, Jacob did a Friday one there and it did really well, but like it was pulled. It's hard because and you're coming in the summer, so Fridays and Saturdays are going to get pretty crazy there now.
Yeah.
And we're starting at 7. Sun doesn't go down to 7, and we're outside. It's not really appealing kind of thing.
No, exactly.
But I think it'd probably just be one of those. Like I think it was probably that old candy at Chevron Renaissance. You know, did you ever do that?
Yeah.
The tavern there on Chevron.
On Chevron Island?
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
never did that.
Renaissance,
I don't know why I didn't do that. Yeah.
That one. He doesn't do that anymore, eh?
I don't think so.
No.
Nah.
What rooms has he got now?
So he does tune up on a Thursday. Got Mr. PP's once a
Yeah.
month on a Sunday. Does Seagulls.
Yeah.
Does a few up in Brizzy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I hosted Seagulls on Magic Mushrooms 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Accidentally.
Had he accidentally?
first
do it?
time
Did you accidentally host or accidentally taste Magic?
Well, accidentally took too many mushrooms. It's the first time I've
Okay,
ever.
so that
it's first-
you meant to take
It's
them.
the first time I've ever done a gig on mushrooms or on anything like. And
Were you-
I was hosting in Tweed Heads.
You're fucking hosting on it.
And the thing is, it's already kind of a rough gig because have you been there?
No,
it's
you
a
do it
sport.
this
I'm
Saturday?
there on Saturday.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you done it before?
No.
Well, I've had fun most times there, but it's just it's hard to like get a big reaction because it's like super open. It's like a sports club. Do you know what I mean? Like there's people. It's a big restaurant. There's TVs. There's football. It's
Yeah, okay.
It's a massive room.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Like I've had fun there, and sometimes it's horrendous, but like it's just a big open space. Like.
I think that's most gigs though. Like most gigs are.
Yeah, it's just
Ups
a
and downs.
yeah. But that's fun. You'd probably have fun there.
No.
I was hosting there at 8 o'clock and I had a date line up at 3 o'clock. Have you ever been to Billy Nudgel? Billy Nudgel's like a day rave down in northern New South Wales near Brunswick. It's like real fun. It's like every month usually on a Sunday, but it was on Saturday this day. Starts at like 3 p.m, goes to like 2 a.m, and it's like a bunch of DJs all day, but it's just like a little festival vibe. It's really cool. And I had a date line at 3 o'clock, and then I got some magic mushroom chocolate, and I asked the guy, I was like, I'll bring this for the date, and I'll just take enough just to have a little fun for a couple of hours, but like a little microdose. And then I asked the guy, I was like, how many squares should I have this chocolate if I'm going to go to this gig at 8 p.m? And he's like, have 3 squares. And I had the 3 squares sitting in the Brunswick hotel with this girl. And like literally 10 minutes later, I was looking at the tree and I was like, 3 squares was too much. So like we're heading over. I was like, we better leave now because it's starting kicking hard. So we head over to Billy Nudgel, and like she only had 1 square, and she's like, woo, 3 must be a lot. So we're like there, and it's like early, so there's no one there, and we're just there like boogieing. I'm like, fuck, I wish I didn't have to go to this gig because like this is really fun right now. I'm like, fucking like it's strong, this stuff. And then like all of a sudden it's like 7 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, I've got to go to Tweed Heads. And I'm like heading to Tweed Heads, and I stop for a coffee, and I'm like looking in the mirror, like giving myself a pep talk. And like as I'm doing that, I'm looking at the tiles in the bathroom, like just going, fuck, the tiles are still moving. This is fun. Like, I get to Tweed, and then like I'm like, okay, fuck, I'm scared, but like block it out. I get on stage, and like I was scratching my head at one point, and I was like, I should be inside this head, but I'm not inside it. I'm like, I'm inside it, but I'm also outside it. Like, there was a few times where I was looking down at people and I'm like, shit, have I talked for the last 10 seconds? But it was fine. It was fine. I got through it, like, but there was a lot of that, like, there was a lot of thinking of like, shit, am I okay? Am I being a weirdo? What's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
My shoes are fun. Like
Yeah.
the few times I've done them, they're just such a laugh. Like we had them at a wedding, and my mate had like a bunch of them and had made everyone at the wedding do them. And then
Yeah.
I thought I was fucking. Me and my mate got on them and thought I was so funny doing a South African accent the whole time, but like a South African accent from Blood Diamond, you know that movie? Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, you know, like, so I was like, and it's just not funny. Like I remember being on the bus, you know, he's like, yellow, Jesse, where did Diamond? Like we're doing that on the bus, and my partner at the time was just like, it's not funny. Like, stop. It's not funny. And I just thought it was so funny.
It doesn't matter. It's for you.
No, yeah. And then another time, me and my mate did it at his house, and they were strong. You know, it takes like 40 minutes, and they kind of kick in. 10 minutes.
That's what happened to me, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck, all right, we're on here.
Yeah.
And there's 3 of us on them, and my mate, his missus, was in the bedroom. I never met her, and she was German.
Yeah.
And we just all of a sudden became that we were working in a hinge factory after Schindler's List. and
you were the hinge.
and we're sitting there going like, we were working at a hinge factory, and my mate kept getting up to check on her like it was a guard, like we had to go just check we're okay, and he'd come back in, and then we were like, we got to get out of here. And then he just looked so serious and just go like, we got to get out and take these hinges apart. And he looks at me and goes, I've never taken them apart before. And it just got really
Were you
serious.
both on the same buzz?
All 3 of us were on fucking retarded.
Yeah.
And he just, I remember just being so serious going, I've never taken a hinge apart before. I've only put them together. And we were just dead at that point. Just like couldn't breathe. Like we were just dying.
Love it. We should take mushrooms and come in here sometime.
I did think about it, but like I don't know how far away time would get away from us.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah, all mates there banging on the door. And we're all up against the door holding our toes.
Go away! Go away!
How are we for time? Do I have time to pee? No, probably not.
What we got? We'll go for like 15 minutes. Go pee if you
Can I
want.
duck out?
Yeah. Go out there down the wall.
Is that okay? And I can concentrate more.
Yeah. You're right.
This fucking Ian guy,
You can
right?
talk about
Yeah. Irish. What is that
Yeah,
about?
the accent's fake. Did you know that?
yeah. You know he puts that on.
He's from Dubbo.
You know, I have seen him in Dublin. I've seen him in Dublin. He's
Yeah,
lying.
he's
I know.
lying, yeah.
He's done gigs there.
Yeah, exactly. That's Tommy Tiernan. He's just in witness protection.
I knew it. I fucking knew it was. No, for the 50th time. I think my shittest gig would have been, at the tavern there, where it was like, it was my second year of, no, it would have been my first year or second year of Raw. How many times have you done it? 3 now. You've done 3, haven't you?
Yes, 3, not 4. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Hey, I don't break the system.
Am I under arrest or am I free to go?
yeah. This year coming, if I do it again, it'll be my 3rd year.
I wouldn't bother.
You wouldn't.
Oh,
bother.
no.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna go again?
Oh, you're keeping this up?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
nice. So this isn't a full time.
I thought this was your retirement.
Yeah. I thought it was like your goodbye kind of thing. And 2 years I both did. I got to Queensland finals, but semi-finals, but.
Well then, semi-final or final? Semi-final. Finals, yeah.
Yeah, I did better than.
Hi, boys.
Was
I'm
that
back.
was that not the quickest piss ever?
Yeah, well, you in the hallway?
I actually don't.
Hey guys, you're never welcome back here. Great.
He didn't need a piss. He just dropped some mushrooms.
I actually don't have a willy. I just have like a zip that I open, and it just goes splat.
Yeah,
falls all out.
yeah, that's cool.
It's like
yeah.
It's like a little balloon, just kind of pops out.
Yeah. Oh, you're transitioning. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very progressive I am.
Yeah.
Feel so relaxed now after my wee wee.
You know the views we're going to do now that you're trans?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
That'd be the title, Trans Irish.
Yeah.
Trans Irishman's is definitely not Tommy Tiernan.
Yeah.
You're going to get killed if you go back home, but with that. Anyway, the tavern. Worst idea was tavern. So I was trying new sets there for that raw comedy setup. So it's like, you can't be too harsh because they're like, oh, if you're going to get through, it's got to be pretty clean material, which is still not clean. And I remember got to the tavern. It's a free gig for people to come to. It's on a Tuesday night. And it was like 7 comedians, no one there, and 2 people walked in to just have their dinner, but like an elderly couple that like had just come down to grab a pub meal.
Yeah.
And then I remember thinking he was on stage. He's like, oh, you've come down to the comedy? And they're like, no, we're just coming for dinner. And then you get up on that like fucking kick out stage he has. That's like a metre by a metre and rickety as shit. And get up there and you're talking about fucking King hitting a wiggle and you're just like, why am I here? Why am I here? Like it's rough when it's just like you say it and it's just that.
Yeah. And as you say it, you know it's not going to work. You're like, this is not suitable right now.
And you got to stay with it. Like as soon as it's going to be worse if you just go.
Yeah.
And then I fucking hit him. You know, it's like you just got to stay with it. And then I hit him. You know, and then nothing. Oh wow, well, what's all right, guys, have a good night.
It's such a brutal feeling, isn't it?
I bailed on a bit once, and it was in Melbourne.
Yeah.
At a bar called Theory.
Yeah.
Where I died the whole time. Like they were not fans of mine. Like I had a joke I was trying for a bit during Pride Month. Where I was like, I love Pride Month. It's the 1 month of the year where it's not queer baiting. It's just supporting the cause. What I get up to. And this woman in the front row went, "You actually don't get to decide that."
Oh,
and I was like, "Yeah, it's like I'm joking." But I went to do my closer, and I just went, "Oh, I wasn't going to talk about my mum tonight." And then I went, "You guys are going to fucking hate that. I'm just going to." And the girl was like, "No." The same woman was like, "No, give it a go. We support you." And I did it. And like a different person went to me, "Yeah, you were right." So yeah.
Yeah. Actually, one of Johnny Winter's gigs, he used to have one down in, it was like is it a brewery? Kind of a brewery down Surfers, down Orchid Ave. You know that brewery there? It's like big open space. And it was like, I was only kind of after doing a few gigs. And like there's people like with sparklers singing happy birthday and all sorts of shit. And I got up on the stage and it was so noisy in there, like nobody even knew I was on the stage. So I'm like starting to talk into the microphone. Just looking around, people are singing happy birthday. And like 2 minutes in, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go because I don't even think anyone knows I'm here, and I just fucking walked off. Like, it was brutal, but it was kind of not brutal because I felt like nobody even cared.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like, I feel like there was like it was just like, oh, I'll just slip away.
Everything does, man.
Fuck.
Poof, far away.
Did you ever do the boathouse at Coomera?
No, I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I couldn't bring myself to do it because when I used to be in civil construction, like actually on the tools, and you'd stop in there and it was like titty girl nights and shit. It was the roughest people.
Yeah.
It was shit house and there was never any cunt there. And then I was doing gigs there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
You
on,
continue, but that was rough.
was on a Monday night.
This
I was,
one Luke Lewis was organising?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Diablo.
him and Nick
Diablo.
Wells.
Yeah, I did do
Diablos,
that once. There was actually a boat in the middle. Yeah.
No, I did that most weeks just because, like when I started out, just because it was
It was a
stage
gig,
time.
yeah.
And I lived around the corner.
Yeah.
And it was always the same one lady there who, on a Monday night, was too drunk to get up to leave.
Yeah.
And she was not coherent. She
Yeah.
would just sit there and you'd
Sounds
just see her
sexy.
just every now and again just drop a head.
Yeah.
And you'd be there and there'd be like all the other comics are off to the side looking
Yeah.
over their own stuff. And it's like, who am I talking to here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I try new material, I'll be more confused than when I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I never did it because it was like, it was such a thing of people being like, oh, any stage time. It's good stage time. It's good for you to do it. Da, da, da. But I'm like, I don't know if it's funny or not, but.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like.
There's no feedback.
No feedback whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like 3 people, at least, is a bit of feedback.
Yeah.
One person that's like maggot and
Yeah.
can't fuck.
It's
like,
actually negative feedback.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped doing that tune-up years ago because I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is not genuine feedback because I knew it because I'd gone in there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in with a bit that I know works everywhere and it didn't work. So I'm like, that's not positive feedback because you might give up on a joke that actually does work. Like, it's good for confidence, right? But
Yeah.
I actually reckon, this is going to sound ridiculous, but like over the past couple months, I actually reckon fucking like practicing jokes on TikTok is better feedback than there because if you get 1,000 views and only 2 people like it versus 1,000 views versus like 10% is a good amount, then you go, okay, that's a fucking story that people are going to enjoy. It's like better feedback than 2 drunk guys just going boo because we were going to boo because we felt like booing right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really fucking that constructive, is it? Like,
And what does it feel like to have a bit that you know works?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that experience
yeah.
like?
fuck, I think that's nearly the worst feeling, isn't it? Is when you have a bit that you think is good and then you go in somewhere and then like your expectation and then you have a terrible set. Like, I actually like those really rough gigs where there's no like fucking Last Night on Earth. Every time I've gone there, I've always had fun.
It's a crazy gig.
I've always had fun because my expectation is like fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And then I have fun. Whereas like going, I remember going to Hoda, and like it was actually that time I said I bombed with my old work colleague, and it was like I haven't done it for a while, but there's a joke I always used to do about my mother dying and then jerking off and then realizing she's up in heaven, like looking down. And as I was on stage, I realized it was our anniversary, but I'd forgotten. And then I felt like disappointed in myself for forgetting. So then I just stopped before I started a joke and then was like, and then I tried to think of another joke and then I couldn't think of another joke. And that's when the bomb just went fucking downhill. And I never recovered. It was like a really bad bomb because I went from like, I literally just had nothing. And then I can't remember what I did, but it was really bad. It was like and I was just like, and then I looked over, saw my colleague and his ex-colleague, they're just like, and I was like, fuck. And that's been going, for fucking.
Mine was like, it was 2 things. Was I did a bit that worked really well twice, and I was like, fuck, that works really well. And then I tried also, when it was winter, I'd wear a tank top and like, so really lean in that Gold Coast fuckwitty thing of being like, it's winter, this dickhead's wearing a tank top, he looks like a hero. And then, so it was a accumulation thing. I had an arrogance with the part that worked so well each time. And then the tank top, when I'd bring it to reference, they would be like, that is funny. So it worked well. So I did one night and it was like a Friday night. It was at Guilt-Free Comedy. It's West End. Everyone's like a little bit more mature. It's like 40, 50-year-old people. They're all in the nice jackets, having a red wine. I walk out in a tank top, immediately could tell I already fucking hated me. And then I remember just saying the bit, but I said it with such arrogance kind of thing of like, and it just nothing. And like, God, that hurt because you were like, I thought that was going to
It's like such a shock to the system.
Yeah,
like,
you're like, how the fuck did that not go anywhere? It was rough.
That's the worst, isn't it? Like, you're such caught off guard.
Commitment to it.
Yeah. Fuck.
You really lean into a bit and go, oh, you're going to love this.
It's not like getting winded or something, is it? Because you're like, what happened there? Like, fuck, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think about the tank top, though? Like, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I was talking to Lorna about it because, like, Lorna does, like, she's like a Muay Thai fighter, and she does a lot of jokes where she's like super high energy and kind of like not masculine as in her, but masculine in the presence, because she's like jumping around stuff.
Yeah.
And saying how, like, you know, you have to have that contrast. And like, if you did the tank top and then kind of went in and had like the feminine bit, which is the book, it would probably work because the contrast, right?
Yeah,
Like, I think
yeah.
like it's like that balance thing. Because I've noticed, like, if I kind of go up there and like you're looking like a guy, and then you don't have some sort of feminine balance in the punchline of like you lost in the punchline, it doesn't really work as much.
Yeah. It's hard to balance it
Yeah.
all.
I have a thing like that always sucks when a joke doesn't work. Where with some of my jokes that are the more like messed up punchlines, I almost say them as if they're not the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
And so like I say it and then I like go to like say something else and then stop because it takes them half a second to get it. Then they laugh. But if they don't laugh and you just say the thing and then stop like you're about to keep talking, you just see them go
Yeah.
and like. It's an awkward thing to stand in because then you've got to like actually continue.
Bluntly go. Yeah, right.
I noticed last night, like, good chat, and you know, I don't know if you ever have this where like you don't believe enough in the punchline, so you're like trying to put extra energy into it as if you're like trying to throw something over a wall. Like, and I realize, like, I'm all tensed up, I'm breathing heavy because I don't believe in the punchline enough.
Yeah.
Whereas when you have a punchline that you know works, you can just say it and let it do the work. Whereas like it's nearly like you're trying to like fucking push start a car or something. I'm like, well, that's obviously not good enough then if I feel like I've got to like throw it at their face. Like,
Or when it's a new bit and you've said it out loud at home or you've wrote it down, but then when you're saying it in front of people and you don't really know where the fucking punchline is to it, like it's a story where you're like, you've said it and you're like, I've said the story. Fuck me, there's no, and you're like, and that was that. I did not think of like, where was I changing the tonality to make that a part?
That's the thing, isn't it, with stories? Like, you think, because you're so connected to it in the premise and the history and everything, and you're connected to all the funny experiences that go with that.
And when you've told at a pub or with mates, it's worked all right.
I remember someone saying, I can't remember who said it, but like, and I started doing it, like, if you print off the story and go through it, the highlighter, and go like, where would I laugh if I didn't know you? Like, and then you go through, and then that's how I started writing punchlines for stories. So you go, okay, oh, there's no fucking punchline for a minute. Okay, it needs to, and then just think about it for a day, and then just build in a punchline there, and highlight it, like, because it's so obvious. Then, like, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, fuck, that's in the bin. That's happened to me so many times on the way to a gig thing. Like, even last night going to Good Chat, I thought I had 3 new bits. Yeah. And then I was kind of doing that in the car in a way, like, but in my head, I was like, okay, well, that's nothing. Fuck. Thought it was a 2-minute bit. It's fucking nothing. Gone.
What are your guys' like writing process? Like, how do you write? Like, do you sit down and like set aside a certain amount of time a day that you go, right, I'm going to write this time, or like, how do you guys go about it?
I sit down and write. Usually, like, when I'm writing consistently, it's the morning time. Like, I like sitting down before I go training, and then, but like, usually, like, if I'm out running, I'll have the premise that I think is funny, and then I'll write that down somewhere. Yeah, okay. And then I'll sit down and actually write, and then I'll like be like, oh, I need a punchline for that, and then as woo as it sounds, but like, I need a punchline for that, and just like kind of set the intention for the week or whatever, and then usually if I be out running or whatever, and then like, oh, that's the punchline for that. Okay. That's kind of usually how I do it.
Oh, right, but it's always at night. So, because I give my daughter, do story time, bedtime, and then you're like, I'll write stuff down there. But it's more like I'll write the whole story out of what I think it is, or if I'm on the move, I'll either just press record on my phone and say it to my phone, and then try and come back to it. It's just like trying to remember things like that, but that's kind of how I do it.
I do that as well.
Yeah, and then when it's like comes to doing the set, I just write the dot points to it of what it is. What about you?
I actually mostly come up with bits while I'm driving.
Yeah,
like that's where I come up with most of my stuff.
Yeah,
like I think like when I was a kid, I always spent my school holidays in the truck with Dad, and like my dad is the funniest person to this day I've ever met. And so we used to just compete as to who can make the other laugh more. So I think it's just created that connection now that when I'm driving, it's like, oh, okay, now's the time. That's what you do. Now's the time.
That's and you just record, do you?
Yeah, like I just do like voice memos if I think of something. But like I'm not a big write out the whole bit kind of person either. Like I just do like I've got like premises and like the punchline if I think of one in my phone. And like at this point, like when I've got new bits, like I'll sometimes take just premises on stage just because like that's how I figure out punchlines sometimes. You sort of set that panic for yourself, like, fuck, I've got to end this funny.
Yeah, I've kind of like, with newer bits, I find like I'm writing the punchline and then maybe keeping the story a little bit looser. So like having some definitive punchlines and then trying not to be, because I notice that if I'm really, I end up being too scripted.
Yeah.
But I enjoy writing. I find when I do voice notes, I do voice notes a lot, but I find I'll think I have the voice note put in there, but I find if I don't write it down, the information doesn't seem to get through. So I'll put in the voice note thinking that that's it, but then it's not all there. I'll go and listen it back and be like, that doesn't even give me everything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, because you think it was there and like, fuck, that's not even fucking half of what I needed.
Yeah.
But
Well, better wrap it up.
We'll wrap it
Hour and a
up.
half. But
Yeah.
appreciate it, boys.
Thanks for having me in.
Appreciate it. Thanks, mate.
Good to
All
stay
right,
and chat.
call it there. Yeah.
Been a fun night tonight.
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah.